got it going for you. Moved out to California. Got lost in money, drugs, and women. Out for all your dollars. Now Nico's.
What is the deal, beautiful people? It's your boy Ramon, Lifestyles Defined. Let's talk about the Nexus 6P. Man, what a dope device. And you guys know me for being a Windows Phone whore. But as of late, or before this phone I should say, I've been using the, get ready for this, the Samsung S6 Edge Plus. And I had a pretty good honeymoon with that guy. I think the design's amazing. I love the Edge. The camera was amazing. The hardware was really premium, nice and thin. And it just started to deteriorate for me. I mean, the experience was just terrible after about a month or two. You know, it didn't really slow down per se, but things like Facebook just kept continuously crashing. The battery life was god awful. Like, I would take it off the charger at 6:30 in the morning, and by the time I get to work, after watching a few YouTube videos on the train, some podcasts, some reading some articles, on about an hour and a half commute, it would be at like 62%. And then as the day goes by, you know, 1 o'clock, I go to the gym and come back from the gym, the phone would be on like fucking 2%. Like, I just could not stand it. So I really had to get rid of that phone. But the number one thing that pushed me over the edge with the Samsung is how they stood on the stage and announced the S7 and the S7 Edge, and they did it with such pride, and they announced this new software, and it was marshmallow. Like, that drove me nuts. I've been, for weeks on end, I've been really wanting the marshmallow experience. And you know, I was going to all the XDA developers and all the Samsung forums, and there was no real route for the AT&T variant of the phone. And up to this day, I've got the phone for sale right now, and there's still no marshmallow update yet. They're announcing new hardware with new software. That broke the camel's back. I was not with that. I was not happy at all. So I just went to Best Buy and bought me the 6P. And my God, what a device. So the last time I dabbled with the Nexus brand was the Nexus 6. And I love the hardware, but it had a lot of quirks. It used to do a lot of weird shit. And the camera was really mediocre. And I wasn't a fan of it, but it was good enough. The vanilla Android experience was good enough where I left with the consensus that I would come back for more, and then here I am. So looking at the 6P, you know, I'm not gonna dive into the specs. There's plenty of that going on, but damn, this thing is beautiful. I really dig the tactile button on the right for the power. Although I probably, I don't know, it's something about the cluster there that I feel like it should have been a little further up, or I don't know. I didn't really give much thought to it. And on the front, you've got the two front-facing speakers, which you know, they aren't boom sound from the HTC guy, but they're really pretty good. I still really quite enjoy them. And then on the bottom, you've got that you've got the new USB Type-C. And it's funny because when I went to buy the phone, I actually forgot that it had the USB Type-C. And the back, you've got the camera cluster with the camera up to the left, and that fingerprint reader. You know, we'll get into that in a second. And then you got Huawei at the bottom, right? Who makes this device? So talking about the fingerprint reader, I really do like it a lot. It's fast, it's accurate, but what I like about it the most is the phone could be off in a suspend mode, and you rest your finger on the fingerprint reader and it just turns it on. So essentially, you don't really need the power button. I think that's pretty dope. Well, you don't need the power button to turn the phone on anyway. I think that's pretty dope. In terms of the camera, man, it's got a mighty camera. I really like what's going on there. I haven't really done much comparison. I don't even want to turn that Samsung on again, but I think it could hold up well to the Samsung. Of course, I'm gonna do an aperture episode where I get in depth with a lot of the pictures and a lot of my photography jargon, and we'll talk about that. But the camera is good enough. The display is good enough. It's beautiful. I think also to accompany the beautiful design, the wonderful camera, is there's nothing like stock Android. Oh my God. And let's be clear here. I didn't really mind the TouchWiz, the version of it. I didn't like the cartoonish palette that existed when digging deep into the menu system and like the messaging app and the curtains, but it was okay. It was, it didn't really bother me, but I wasn't a big fan of it. But here, oh my God, everything Android it's just amazing. I really do enjoy it, and I've been really enjoying the Google Tap, or the Google on Tap feature. I think that's so dope, man. And again, from the time I took this phone out of the box, I've had it for about 2 or 3 weeks now, and I've gotten 3 updates already. It's like, yes, money well spent. That's all I wanted, baby. I just wanted updates, man. I just wanted to feel like I was a part of the world again. So yeah, the battery life is fine. I can actually get through an entire day with this guy. I used Android Pay for the first time today, and that went well. I must say, I am really enjoying the Nexus 6P and the Google, or the stock Google Android experience. I would recommend, from this day forth, I'll have a hard time recommending anything that is not a stock experience. And I know HTC is coming up, and I see Samsung did some work with their stuff, but I don't have any faith in Samsung anymore. But yeah, I think this 6P is a super dope device. The design is dope. The camera hump in the back is not as bad as I thought it would be, and it's just a dope device, man. It's right up my alley. If I had to make one complaint about it, is the back of this guy is slippery as shit. So be careful, especially when coming out of the shower, and you didn't get that lotion on yet, so it feels like you've been punching bags of flour for a living for the upcoming Kung Fu movie. This phone will fall the hell out of your hand. So be warned. Be warned. Don't get a case. I don't advocate for cases on phones. I would say get I think a D brand that a lot of people advertise. Get one of those guys and put the skin on the back so it gives you a little more grip. But yeah, dope device, man. I'm all in. I'm definitely enjoying Android and the ecosystem right now. So it is what it is. Highly recommended for me. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Any questions you may have about the device. I'm here to answer them. I'm out of here. Peace.
From the deep forest into the sun.